Hello children. It's been long time we have been interacting now. Hope you and your family all are safe and in good health. Well, let me introduce myself first. This is Priyanka Mukherjee, your science teacher of class 3. So let's start. Children, this is your first chapter, living and non-living things. Under this chapter, we will cover the following topics: characteristic of living things, characteristic of non-living things, and difference between living and non-living things. So let's start. So when we discuss about living things and non-living things, what comes in your mind, children? I'm sure you must be thinking about human beings, plants, and animals. And while thinking about non-living things, you must be thinking about like toys, fan, chair, table, etc. As shown in this picture. Here in this picture you can see like fan, pot, a teddy bear, ice cream. So all these are non-living things. So since we are clear about the basics idea about living and non-living things, so we will go into detail now. To start with, what are living things? What are living things, children? Very simple. See, things that have life in them are called living things. All living things which have life, they are called living things, like plants, animals, and human beings. Then what are non-living things? Just opposite. Things that don't have life in them are called non-living things. You can give any example like chair, table, fan, car, your toys, buildings, this is school, anything. Okay? So they are non-living things. So children, when I'm saying things that have life in them are called living things, so what does it mean? It means they have some characteristics, some special characteristics which proves that they are living things. So it is very important to understand those characteristics. So let's understand one by one. The first point is living things need food. Children, tell me, do you able to survive without food? The answer is no. We can't. Because all living things need food for what? To live and grow. Because these foods gives us energy. If you want to play, you need energy. If you want to learn, you need energy. So these food gives us energy. And it helps us to live and to grow. The second point is living things breathe. Yes. All living things need air to breathe. Like human beings need oxygen which we take in and we breathe out carbon dioxide. Similarly, plants breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. Though we have special structures like humans have lungs to breathe in, to take in air, and we breathe in through our nose. But plants breathe through very small openings called stomata. Actually, there are very small pores present underside of the leaves. There are very small pores are present underside of the leaves, which is also called stomata. Okay, and through that plants can breathe. Similarly, fish have special organs like gills through which they can breathe. So this is second point, that living things breathe. Children, I'm sure you must have seen your pictures when you were a baby. And now, see yourself. Is there any changes? Yes. you have grown into a young kid. Here in this slide also you can see that a baby grows into a girl, a kitten grows into a cat, and a plant grows into a big tree. So what does it mean? Yes, it defines the third characteristic of living things, which says that living things grow. Okay, now let's move to the next slide. The fourth point is living things move. All living things show movement. Animals and humans can move from one place to another. This is very important characteristics, children. Suppose if you want to move from one place to another, what you do? Either you walk or you can run. Similarly, animals also walk or run. And different living things have different organs, different characteristics which helps them to move from one place to another. Like birds can fly with the help of their wings. Fish can swim with the help of their fin and tail. Similarly, do you know, though plants cannot move from one place to another, but yes, there are some plants which show movements in them. Like touch-me-not. This touch-me-not plant is also known as mimosa. This touch-me-not. Do you know, children, whenever you touch this plant now, they can show, you can see a movement in them. They contract themselves. So this touch-me-not is an example which can show movement. Okay. So, some plants also show movements in the form of bending and turning towards light or water. So this is another important characteristics of living things, that living things can move. Now the next point. This is very, very important point, children, that living things feel changes. This point is very important as it tells about 5 sense organs which we have. What are those These 5 sense organs are eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. You can see in this picture over here also, it defines that what are the functions of these 5 sense organs. Eyes can help in see, or it helps us to see. Ear helps in hearing. Through nose we can smell. Tongue is for taste and skin is for feeling. So these sense organs helps us to feel. We switch on the fan in summer when we feel hot, and when you feel cold, what you take? Either you wear jacket or sweater, or you take blanket whenever you feel cold. So living things have these 5 sense organs which helps them to feel. Now let's move to the next point. Living things reproduce. This point is very important, children, that living things reproduce. So what is the meaning of reproduction? This is very important, that what is the meaning of reproduction? It means the ability to produce living beings of their own kind. Like a cat gives birth to a kitten, which when it grows, it turns into a cat. Similarly, human being gives birth to a baby. But there are some living beings which lay eggs from which their young ones hatch out. Like hen lays eggs, bird lay eggs. Okay. So, do you know how plants produce? Plants produce seeds from which new plants grow. Okay. So, this is thing that living things reproduce. This is an another important characteristic of living things. Hope you understand this point. Now let's move to the last point. And the last point is living things have a lifespan. Children, though it might sound bitter to listen, but it's hard reality that all living things die after a certain age. Every living things have a certain age, and all living things die. Like some small animals like insects live only for few hours, or an elephant can live for many years. So all living things have certain age, okay, and it means that living things have a fixed lifespan. So this is the last point of this characteristic of living things. So hope you understand so far, and I'm expecting you all to study these by heart. Now let's take a quick glance at what we have learned under this chapter. So we have learned that what are living things, what are non-living things, and what are the characteristics of living things. So what are the characteristics of living things? Point 1, living things need food. Point 2, living things breathe. Third is living things move. Fourth, living things grow. Fifth one, living things feel changes. Sixth, living things reproduce. And the last is living things have a lifespan. So now that's all for this class. In next chapter, in next class, we will learn about the characteristics of non-living things and differences between living things and non-living things. Till then, I am signing off, hoping all of you will remain safe and stay at home. Thank you.